So I'm calling the special meeting of the Board of Estimate and Taxation to discuss. The only item on the agenda is to approve or to set the capital budget cap fiscal year 2019-2020. And roll call.
Mayor Rowland.
Here.
Chairman Camacho.
Here.
Mr. Feigenbaum.
Go.
Mr. Ferrer.
Here.
Mr. Jelleret.
Here.
Mr. Costello.
Here.
Mr. Page. 6 present, no quorum.
Okay, so
3/4.
there's one item on the agenda, and that's regarding setting the cap for the proposed capital budget for fiscal year 2019-2020. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Item's been moved.
And you want to read the amount?
Yes. That's the operating budget. We're on the capital. Angela, if you would tell us what the capital budget amount is. I've got the capital budget. Okay, this is the final number. So the total amount to be bonded is $144,147,406. That is the amount to be bonded for fiscal year. No, that's the 5-year total.
That's a 5-year total.
Yeah. Okay. So the amount to be bonded for this year, council approved, requested and recommended. Is it this number? That's what
Should be the number that I don't have to give it back. The number I have.
okay. Angela, is the number, so we're assuming that the number is the mayor's recommended?
Yes.
Yeah.
The mayor's recommended, okay. So the amount to be bonded is $38,294,656. Yes, $38,294,656.
Can we speak into the microphones, please? A little louder, thank you.
Okay.
So
So that is the, okay. So I'll repeat that one more time. The amount to be bonded is $38,294,656 for fiscal year 2019-2020. I'm sorry, 2019-2020. So would you like to move that now with that specific number?
Yes, so moved.
Okay, so the item has been moved. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The motion carries. The item is approved.
Yeah. Well, we close. I'd just like to say that the Board of Estimate and Taxation has been very responsive to the needs of the Norwalk Public Schools, and we have made a significant investment over the 5-year period for our school infrastructure. And I think that it's going to reflect favorably when we start to see the results of new schools, upgraded schools, giving our children a place that they can be proud of, giving our teachers a place where they can teach in comfort. And I want to thank the Board of Taxation. I want to thank the Norwalk Public Schools, the Facilities Construction Committee for putting all this together and helping us navigate through. It's a challenging time because the infrastructure has been neglected for quite some time. And we know that when that happens, eventually chickens come home to roost, and you have to then invest the money in order to upgrade and keep the schools in stable condition. And we're finding ourselves in that position now. So thank you to the Board of Investment and Taxation.
There being no other items on the agenda, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
This special meeting has been adjourned, and
We have 8 minutes.
we have 8 minutes to go through. Okay, at 6:30, I'd like to call the order. This is the Board of Estimate and Taxation and public hearing on the fiscal year 2019-2020 operating budget. Roll call.
Mayor Whalen,
Here.
Chairman Camacho,
Here.
Mr. Fireball,
Hill.
Mr. Ferrer,
Here.
Mr. Gilbert,
Present.
Mr. Kasimis,
Here.
Mr. Page.
Here.
We have 7 present.
Oh, yes, there is a sign-up sheet right at the front of the stage. If anyone would like to speak, they can sign in so that we can call folks in order.
Thank you, Mr. Camacho. This has been a challenging year for the budget, which is not unusual, but I think with the cooperation of the department heads who are here, the Board of Investment and Taxation, working in close partnership with the Norwalk Public Schools and the Board of Education, I think we were able to put together a budget that even surprised most of us. We have a situation where we don't often find ourselves. We had a kind of a difficult time because we have not only a reval year, and during a reval year, it's typical that people are concerned about the value of their home, but with a healthy fund balance and with the responsible spending and budgeting of the department heads working closely with my office and monitoring the budget on a regular basis, we feel that we've put together a budget that the City of Norwalk can adopt and accept. And to give just a bit of an example, the single-family median assessed tax bill for fiscal year 1920 in the first district, the median priced home taxes will decrease by $236 or 4.04%. In the second district, the median priced home taxes will decrease by $30 or 0.56%. In the third taxing district, the only district in which the median price tax bill will go up, it's going up by $286 or 4.19%. In the fifth district, the fourth district, the median price tax bill will go down $394 or 5.7%, and in the sixth district, down $657 or 7.12%. In spite of that, with our healthy fund balance, our policy has been to maintain a fund balance of 7.5% of our operating revenue. In 2018, our fund balance, which we feel very comfortable in drawing down on this year in order to help offset some of the taxes, our fund balance right now stands at 14.6% of our annual revenue, of our operating budget. So having said that, I've always said that our fund balance money that's put aside does belong to the taxpayers of the city of Norwalk. And whenever we have an opportunity to help offset some tax increase or to lower taxes in some cases, it's always an opportunity that we look at to draw down on the fund balance. Now, as you know, this year we've drawn down a significantly higher amount than we have in the past. For instance, $2.3 million is going to the Board of Education for their one-time expenses. You generally don't want to draw down on the fund balance for recurring expenses because then you find yourself at a cliff at some point and you're going to fall off. So the one-time expenses with the Board of Ed, that helps them continue to implement their strategic plan. If you've been at some of the Board of Ed meetings, looked at some of the things online, you're seeing some remarkable achievement with our students. We're looking at an achievement index where we're seeing results better than most of these other cities in the state of Connecticut. We're seeing the achievement gap being narrowed. We're seeing 4 schools of distinction that were announced last night. A school of distinction is a school that makes great strides in helping with English language learners, math, and other kinds of things. So we're very, very pleased with the budget. We feel that it's the right budget and the right mix. Now we're drawing down $6 million, so 3.7 of that million, when you subtract the 2.3 going to the Board of Education, 3.7 of that is going to the operating side of the budget for the city. That 3.7 is probably about $700,000 higher than the amount we drew down last year. But last year, our percentage of fund balance in relation to our operating budget was significantly less. So again, I want to thank the department heads who were here who had instructions that we were going to try to keep the operating budget as low as we possibly can because we wanted to continue the investment in our schools. I think we put that together, and I'm here to ask the Board of Estimate Taxation to support this budget. A lot of hard work, a lot of meetings, and a lot of meetings with the department heads. And so after a lot of time, a lot of energy, I think we've got something of which we can be very proud of. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So once again, I'm sorry? Yeah, once again, the sign-up sheet is in front of the stage. In addition to the sign-up sheet, there is a breakdown of the proposed tentative budget for 2019-2020. It's a pretty complete breakdown of the budget, both what was requested and what's been recommended. Because of traffic and other considerations, we're going to wait for about 15 minutes or so. And if no one is here to speak on the budget of a department, at that point, one of the departments, and I would suggest that the department heads are free to leave, but we're going to wait until approximately 6:45 or 6:50 just to make sure that anyone that would like to speak on a portion of the budget with respect to a department has an opportunity to have the department heads here to listen to their commentary. At this point, we have one speaker, Madam Clerk.
Diane Lorcello.
Good evening. I'm always surprised that for the citizenry to does not participate, because I know you all worked on this budget, as did your staff and department heads, for hours. But I don't think necessarily, it might mean that people don't understand the budget. And I wanted just to suggest to the Board of Estimate, as I have from previous chair people, that in the next year, that there be more publicly oriented discussions about how the budget process occurs. As a former president of the League of Women Voters, we did once try to have that kind of discussion, and I think it was just helpful in letting people understand what they're paying for in their property taxes, etc. So for tonight, I just have a few things. I wasn't going to come out tonight. I was hoping to hear from some of you because you know I have specialized in certain topics. I'm very interested in trying to help us save money tonight. So I feel that you can look to our budget to see where our values lay. And as I looked, I had the time to look at much of the operating budget as I have with the capital budget. There are just certain items that I don't believe you people, all of you up here, have been given a straight answer, enough information from your departments. And I look forward to having a special meeting with you, Mr. Mayor, as we're supposed to, about a particular topic that I'll mention now. And that has to do with cuts to spending. Today's the first day of spring, less than an hour ago. New beginnings. I'm here to help you, as I've tried in the past, to cut spending and add revenues in certain areas. The main issue I'm here for tonight, because I am awaiting a call back, is for the issue of the Public Works Department and the way they handle waste streams in our city, and the way they interact with other departments to reduce the cost of waste. Now, we're very lucky because we have a contract with City Carding, and that is part of the operating budget. And the thing is that I know that we do have a single stream recycling program. But what I read about in the description of the city, which some of the laymen here who aren't experts on waste, needs to be removed from the document. Now, Ms. Vogel and the others were trying to make up for when Mr. Marin left. But I think it's page 5 at the top. And I know I can't wait to meet our new Chief of Public Works and Recreation and Parks, because I think he has an excellent resume. I look forward to that. I'm glad he's here. But on page 4 to page 5, city's highly successful recycling collection and disposal service. It just ain't so. And as you know, I met with you because I feel we can achieve more savings, but I have not heard back from anyone. So I'm looking forward to...
That you've got the 30 seconds on the jobs that
There's nobody here that is going to speak. So I would appreciate a little more, another minute or two. I would really appreciate it. So with recycling, we need to put together and reduce waste streams as far as reducing waste that's produced, because people don't understand the recycling program. I followed trucks literally around on occasion, and in certain sections of the city, we still have people putting their trash in recycling bins. And there is not a system, no matter what the staff has told you, there is no way that they know that there is not trash in a recycling bin because we have automatic lockers. Why is this important? I'll give you just these figures. Currently, in our contract, roughly $88 to $90 a ton for trash versus being paid $17.50 roughly per ton for recycling. We don't have our parks and our schools and our city buildings having usable, functional recycling. Under building management, We still need to cut down, and I was just hoping for this group across the board that we would reduce the utilities, electricity, gasoline, heating and cooling, natural gas, and how can we do that? By having a more comprehensive energy management program. Now, I know we hired a consultant to do some of this, but we need to go back to the system that I proposed to you, Mr. Mayor, and the city when you were first elected, and we need to meet about that, because that system hasn't worked because of some of the choices made. And I will tell you this, that people read about my having a spat, I guess that's really our put it together, a spat with Mr. Barbas, who is the chairman of the Facilities Committee of the Board of Ed, and is president of the Board of Ed, the chairman. The spat was a verbal assault. What was it about? It was about my trying to get him to take me seriously about energy management, putting solar on schools and carports.
That's not for this discussion.
I'm going to be,
Thank you.
the reason for it was because I was trying to save more money for the taxpayers and our citizens on the schools. And it is a fact, they will tell you otherwise, we do not have a comprehensive renewables program in our school system. Therefore, I do not believe they deserve to get all of the $6 million from the rainy day fund. They have not turned over every leaf. And no matter what they tell you, they have not reduced
They're
their
not
costs.
getting $6 million from the rainy day fund.
Well, whatever money they're getting, they need to go back and see where, with all of the wonderful school investment we're doing on facilities and buildings, and I know if Mr. Barbas is in here, will tell you otherwise. It is not true that we are doing all we can, because they're unwilling to listen at the Board of Ed about how we can save money by putting carports with solar and reducing with energy efficiencies in many of our school buildings. It's a fact, so I'm hoping we'll have a meeting about that very soon. Lastly, I'm here to give you some thoughts about, very briefly, addition of revenue. We need a more robust grants program, I've said this before, a full-time position in finance, because it would pay for itself. And currently, we don't have experts. We have a lot of great success only because we didn't have anyone that was doing enough comprehensively for grant research. We need a full-time person because the people in the different departments, while they've succeeded in getting thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, many of them just took that on. They're not experts in grant writing. It does a science and an art. And so I look forward to talking with our current grant person. I would like to see additional money spent on zoning and health enforcement, on a toxics consultant, just set aside so that when we have issues like the lead, and when we have issues ongoing, our old toxic sites, many of which are affecting some of our city resources, such as 23 Platt Street, that we need the health department to have the ability to hire consultants to advise them. I don't expect them to be toxics experts, but I do expect them to be able to freely hire people to help them. Because I'm quite frankly tired of giving it away for free myself. I'm not asking that I be hired. There are people with vastly more background than I do, but I have the expertise to know that we have a need for people with toxic substances expertise to be hired either full-time or as consultants. And lastly, for the POCD, while I believe this has been changed, I'm very pleased with a lot and I participated in the plan of conservation and development, but we need to be able to hire a sustainability coordinator because they would give a holistic approach to all your new chiefs, and they would have the expertise to know how we can green up Norwalk a lot faster, which I know Mr. Mayor you care about. So I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Botticelli. Is there anyone else on that list, on the list? No one else here to speak on the budget, on the proposed budget? So it's about 10 minutes to 7 right now, so we're going to go until 7 o'clock and make sure that anyone who planned to be here and couldn't make it in time is here and is able to speak. So we're going to take a recess, I guess a 10-minute recess, unless anyone else would like to speak on the budget. We'll take a 10-minute recess then. Thank you.
And at that time, we'll ask if there are any people here to speak on a particular budget. And if nobody's here to speak on your budget, you can leave.
So it's 7 o'clock now. I'm not sure if anyone else has approached the stage to sign. All right, so is there anyone else who hasn't approached but would like to speak on the proposed budget? All righty. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, all in favor?